So I don't usually do this. It's Saturday, and I've been watching this YouTube video about artificial intelligence and not bringing children into the world now that AI is here. And I thought it was very interesting. There's a clip of a YouTube video that I want to show you that I think is important for us to consider. This guy, Mo Gawdat, is being interviewed. He's an Egyptian entrepreneur, and he is one of the pioneers of artificial intelligence. And so he has a true depth of knowledge and understanding about it. Now, I'm not prepared to go live. Like, I'm not, all dolled up, and there's not really any like strategy behind what I'm trying to convey or say, or even what I want you to do about this. But I do think that this is important. And there's just a feeling I've got of like, I think it's important to share this with the people who are in my network, because I know a lot of you have been looking at me as a person who is staying on top of what's going on with AI. I'm using AI, I'm using ChatGPT a lot. I'm, integrating softwares and solutions into my business and my clients' businesses that are going to be taking advantage of these new tools that we have. However, I also, like probably many of you, have firsthand experience with the side effects of technology, particularly the world of social media. And I'm raising 4 children right now, and there's a lot that's going on for me personally. There's a lot that's going on for my kids, for my family, for the people in my network. Like there's just a lot. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of good. There's a lot of struggle. And the analogy that Mo Gawdat uses in this video is very interesting, and I thought it was worth sharing. So anyway, I wanted to share my commentary about it. So I hope it's okay if you to share this on YouTube. But let's watch this.
I don't know.
For all of those people that will be disrupted by the technology, right?
The open letter, for anybody that doesn't know, was a letter signed by the likes of Elon Musk and a lot of sort of industry leaders calling for AI to be stopped until we could basically figure out what the hell's going on.
Absolutely.
And put legislation in place. You're saying tax those companies 98%, give the money to the humans that are going to be displaced.
Or give the money to other humans that can build control code, that can figure out how we can stay safe.
So one of the things that he's talking about here is the responsibility has been disconnected from the power. So there are a lot of people who wield a lot of power with these tools and solutions and technology and rules and laws and regulations, policies. But there's a lot of greed that exists. And so there's a lot of short-term thinking that's happened where people are looking at these tools and saying, well, it makes us a lot of money, like social media, right? Like these large companies that we all know that there is a mental health crisis happening, and even the surgeon general just came out with something that said that I think mental health was one of like the top. I can't remember it exactly. I have to find the article, but it's a crisis. Like this is a really big deal. And there's a lot of mental health challenges in young children, in young adults, in middle-aged adults, in older people. Like it's everywhere. And there's the slow / lack of response that's happened over the last 10 years with social media is, just the look at it. It's like based on results, have the people in power responded to the crisis that already exists, not in a way that has effectively created a solution. So now that we're on this exponential curve of artificial intelligence, how can we expect them to now respond even quicker? He's likening this the speed in which AI is being developed as it's worse than COVID. Yet we're not treating this like it's worse than COVID or a COVID emergency. Now, I'm curious what your opinions are and your thoughts on it, because everyone has different thoughts. And I think that it's healthy for us to have discussions and be able to share differing perspectives. And I also think it's important for us to look at the people who are true experts in technology, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and listen to them because they have a higher quality of knowledge that's more likely to translate into that they can make they can forecast the future in a way that's likely to be more true than someone like me, who's just, I'm not an expert in technology and software and artificial intelligence. So I think it's worth weighing their opinion more heavily than the opinion of people who are not as informed about this type of a thing. So it's important to get your information, and weigh how you want to look at information. So let's keep watching.
This sounds like an emergency.
How do I say this? You remember when you played Tetris?
Yeah.
Okay. When you were playing Tetris, there was, always one block that you placed wrong. And once you placed that block wrong, the game was no longer easier. It started to gather a few mistakes afterwards, and it starts to become quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker. When you placed that block wrong, you sort of told yourself, okay, it's a matter of minutes now, right? There were still minutes to go and play and have fun before the game ended, but you knew it was about to end, okay? This is the moment. We've placed the wrong, and I really don't know how.
Okay, I'm going to cut it off there because he does use some strong language that we're not going to share on this family-friendly channel. But, he's said that we messed up. We placed the block wrong. Like in Tetris, when you place the block wrong and you're like, dang it, it's going to be, hard to recover or impossible to recover from that. And it's just a matter of minutes before a game is over. So I think that's worth taking note of. And the other thing that I thought was really interesting is after this part, he starts to explain the different types of people that are now, he kind of categorizes people. And he says that there's the people who are like dystopian evangelists, and they're saying the world is going to end. Then he says that there are utopian evangelists, where people are like, no, this is going to cure cancer. Things are going to be really great. Then there's the snake oil salesman, where he talks about, there's all these people who are saying, well, just, use this AI tool, screw copyright, screw whatever people are doing, just take this, put it on YouTube, make $100 a day. And, here you go. Here's how you make money. Right. And then there's the people like him who are saying, this is the reality. Like, this is what's actually going on. And let's do something about it. So, I've formed a media company with two partners who are incredible human beings. They are both fathers. They are both passionate about entrepreneurship, about artificial intelligence, and about creating solutions. We are curating what true experts are saying in the world of the creative space, entrepreneurship, and artificial intelligence technology. We're curating this expert knowledge and saying, okay, how do we translate this into something that's meaningful for me? And what do I do about it? And I think there's two trains of thought that I have particularly. It's, what do I do about it to protect myself, my family, my community, my planet? How do we make sure that we put guardrails in place to maintain peace and harmony and happiness? And the other part of it is, how can I take advantage of this and create wealth for my family? How can I, how can I improve my own life because of this disruption that's happening? And so, I want to be on the side of the wave where I'm surfing the wave and I am reaping the rewards of that. And I think that's what you do too. And this is really an opportunity for us to be proactive, to stand up and do something. This is maybe kind of a weird thought, but my kids love Minecraft, and there's a handful of Minecraft YouTubers that we love to watch, and they produce videos every week, and we enjoy watching them, and there's different series, and there's these different storylines, and it's just very entertaining. And there's one YouTuber who hasn't posted for 3 weeks, and we kept looking every week and saying, why haven't they posted? Why haven't they posted? And then he finally posted yesterday, and so we watched the video together. But, there's a difference between consuming and creating. I think a lot of us are in this default mode of consuming. And then there's a lot of us who are in the mode of creating. And it's this act of creation that is allowing us to not only succeed, but to also shape the future. So I guess the reason why I'm sharing this is to inform you of what I know around AI and my own perspective, maybe give you some insights of who to be following and who to be considering when you're looking for sources of information, but also as a call to action to be the person who stands up and does something. Be the creator. Don't just be the consumer, because the consumers are going to be the ones who get left behind. They're not going to be the people who create the future, who make decisions, who decide how do we now negotiate in a world with AI? How do we now navigate this world? So be a creator. And if that's something that here's the other thing is, I don't think it's of significant impact to be a creator on your own. I think that community is required, and community and a network is required for a couple of reasons. Number one, I think we thrive as humans. We need that connection. That's a part of why we are experiencing this disconnect and this mental, emotional breakdown and struggle and challenges because of the disconnection that's happened. So I think that it's a healthy human thing to be connected. But secondly, because if you look at the way that you handle complexity, it requires a network. It requires multiple nodes. Computers are smarter because they have processing power that is able to be connected to millions, if not billions of like these nodes, these connections. And so when we come together as humans to create these smart nodes, we're able to deal with complexity in a way that is more effective than if we were trying to deal with complexity as a single unit. So surround yourself with incredible people, plug yourself in, create a network create a network where you are. We can all only lift where we stand, and we can all only do what we're capable of. We're also able to increase our capacity, but that's going to require action, and that's going to require work and efforts and changing the way that you think, changing the way that you act, changing the way that you respond to things and choose. So anyway, I hope this has been of value to you. I would love to know what your thoughts are and perspective of AI. What do we need to be doing? Why does this matter? And what are you going to be doing about it? Okay, thanks for watching.